Hi, it's me, Stephanie, your No Bad Days girl. I just wanted to jump on today and talk to you some more about how to control our mind monsters and our thinking. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm a thinker. I think and I think and I think and I think. And I used to worry. And what I found out was most of the things that I'm thinking about are stealing my joy and are unnecessary. So I got to learn ways to stop thinking about them. And a lot of the things that I was thinking about was how offended I was. I was constantly offended and I didn't want to be offended. And I found out that I am very sensitive and I'm easily offended. And people shouldn't have to worry about that. I need to change that. And one of the things that I found out was that most of the time, it's not another person's motive to offend me. I am easily offended when someone tries to teach me how to do something. I take it as correction. Someone might just be trying to show me a better way to do something or a different way. And I immediately think that they're telling me I did something wrong and I get offended. And most of the time, I don't show that offense. I let it fester and I let it eat at me and I think about it and I think about it and I think about it and I think about it. So, what I learned was to write it down and to write down why I'm offended and look at the other person's motives. A lot of times, I tend to think about what other people should be doing, and it's really none of my business. I'll think about how this person maybe goes on Facebook too much during work, or this other person goes on too many smoke breaks during work, or this other person doesn't do as much as I do, or this other person doesn't take care of their dog the way that I think they should take care of their dog, or this other person doesn't take care of their life the way I think they should take care of their life. I am honestly have the capability in my brain to be way up in too many other people's business when it's none of my business. And I needed to realize that that's not happy joy thinking and that's control thinking. And I started to learn how to work on that. And when that thinking comes, instead of thinking it, I learned that I need to think about the fact that I don't need to think like that. So, one of the things that I learned was adult thinking versus childlike thinking. When I was a child, I couldn't wait to be an adult. I wanted control. And now that I'm adult, I'm learning that I need to have more childlike thinking. I'm learning that adult thinking might not be as fun as I always thought it was going to be. And that, a lot of times I need to say to myself, Stephanie, is this really what you need to be thinking about right now? And shut it down. Another thing I like to do is worry. I don't know if you're like me, but I like to future trip. I future trip a lot, and or I think about the past, and I had to learn how to not do that anymore. That really steals your joy. And so one of the things that I learned to do, again, write it down. If I don't want to worry about what I need at the grocery store, I make a list, right? I make a list. I need eggs, I need toilet paper, I need paper towels, and then I don't think about it anymore. Well, that's what I learned to do with worry. I learned to write it down. And I have a box, and I call it a God box. And I write it down, and I put it in the box, and I give it to God. And I don't worry about it anymore. And it's so funny when I go back and look at the things that I wrote down and put in my God box, half the time those things didn't even happen. And I was worried about, I'm going to tell you, 95% of the time those things didn't happen. And I was worried about things that were going to happen that were never going to happen. And that was stealing my joy and for absolutely no reason. So if you're a thinker like me, I learned that when I start thinking, I need to stop because I'm just stealing my own joy. And I hope this helped you today. It was on my heart to talk about thinking. And so thank you for joining me. And I hope you have no bad days.